Good morning, everyone. Happy Easter. Happy Easter weekend. I hope that everybody enjoys the weekend, whether or not you celebrate Easter. I definitely like chocolate, so there's that. I wanted to talk today about the fact that you are the only one. And this means that you are the only one who can really affect change in your life. If you're struggling with self trust, if you're struggling with anxiety, if you're struggling just to sort of get through the day, if you're struggling with self confidence, if you're struggling to sort of get out there and be visible and have that self esteem, it's really only up to you and no one else. Certainly, medications will mitigate anxiety for a period of time, and I think, it certainly depends on any sort of serious diagnosis, whether or not you're going to be taking meds. But for your general anxiety, you really need to get to the root cause. And you are the only one who can do that. You are the only one who can go back to your little girl, little boy self. You're the only one who can go back to that little girl. Let's just say little girl, and hold that little girl and help her to understand that the limiting beliefs that she formed are no longer true, right? So you want to parent that little girl, and we've all heard that, terminology before. You want to parent your inner child, but you need to give them the message that the belief that she formed, the belief that he formed when he was really, really little, was understandable at the time. But depending on the age of the event at which time the belief was formed, you're on the planet for only 3, 4, 5 years. What do you know in 5 years' time? Right? You've been learning how to sit up. You've been learning how to crawl. You've been learning how to walk. You've been learning how to feed yourself and dress yourself. Those are the things that 2, 3, and 4-year-olds focus on. You learn how to socialize. You learn how to climb the monkey bars. You learn how to swing on a swing. You learn how to run. So these are things that little children focus on. And then they form these beliefs because of something that happens to them. And then they grow up feeling like, they don't matter, feeling like they're not enough, or feeling like they don't belong, or feeling like they don't have something significant to offer the world. These are things that they're called limiting beliefs. They are negative beliefs, and they don't serve us. And so this is the kind of thing that you need to pay attention to. You need to drill down and locate the negative beliefs. You need to find the limiting beliefs. You need to find those, dig them up, dig them out, and you are the only one to do it. You're the only one. It's up to you. And it's actually quite freeing because you can let everyone else off the hook. You're not going to play the victim game. You're not going to play the blame game. I mean, yes, you had an abusive dad who hurt you, who harmed you, who hit you. You had an alcoholic mom. Yes, you had an alcoholic mom who it was hell to live with, right? You have these people. You have an uncle who raped you. You had these things that happened. They were bad. They were horrible. They were horrific. Never, ever, ever to be repeated again. I'm not condoning the behavior, but I'm saying that behavior is in the past. And all we can do now is stand in our truth right in this very moment and say, it is up to me, and I am the only one who can redirect my life. I'm the only one who can redirect my life. So I am an expert in building self-trust and eliminating anxiety. So the two of them go together. Building self-trust and eliminating anxiety. So if you eliminate anxiety, then the self-trust is there and can allow self-esteem to flourish, self-confidence to flourish, self-love to flourish, self-compassion to flourish. But you need that foundation of self-trust. Self-trust is really important for providing that bedrock, providing that you need to establish a solid foundation. You need to establish that bedrock upon which these other things can flourish and grow. So I'm a rapid transformational therapist, and I was trained by Marisa Peer. Please look her up. She's an amazing person. She just had a birthday. Happy birthday again, Marisa. And she had a over 30-year career as a hypnotherapist, spanning 2 continents. She spent time in LA and in London. And she did an amazing amount of work with lots of different kinds of people with lots of different kinds of issues, weight loss, confidence, smoking, you name it. She had a big weight loss program for a while, healthy nutrition, healthy food program. And now she is a writer, she's an author, she's a teacher, she's a trainer, she's a speaker on some of the biggest and best stages around the world. And she talks about rapid transformational therapy as being fast and it's effective and it's transformational. So you take therapy, you take thought therapy, thought and talk therapy, and you put it on steroids. And there you have rapid transformational therapy. And so we work with the young children that are inside of us, that little girl that was inside of me. I go back to a scene, for example. I went back to a scene yesterday working on an issue because as trainers, we always need to continue to do the work, right? So I went back to a scene where I saw a special club that was for very affluent people. And we were having a picnic on the beach. And I was with my brothers and I was with my mom, and she pointed this club out. She said, well, that's just for the very, very wealthy people belong there. You know, I had a friend when I was little who belonged to that club, and I went there when I was little with her and her family. And right then and there, I was 9 years old. In that moment, what belief did I form as I was listening to my mom talking about that club over there? I formed this belief that I wasn't part of that fancy group. I wasn't wealthy. I wasn't going to make any money. It was for them. That special club over there is not available to me. So it sounds irrational now, but at 9 years old, I was sitting there on the picnic blanket eating my sandwich. And this is the kind of thing that happens is you form a belief based on a set of circumstances that may or may not make sense, right? But you have to acknowledge that that's what happened. You need to see that limiting belief. Oh, it's only for other people. Wealth is only for other people. You see how there's a money block there. That's what it's called, a money block. It's an obstacle to making a lot of money. I sort of thought, oh, well, that's just for other people. No. The universe is abundant. Life is full of abundance. The universe has everything that we want at any given time. And it's just a matter of opening ourselves up to it. So I do this work. We go back to the scene where you have formed a belief, and you look at it and you recognize, oh, that's where I formed this belief. Is this a belief that's serving you now? No. Do you need to keep holding on to this belief? No. What is it preventing you from doing? Oh, well, it's preventing me from doing blah, blah, blah. So that's the kind of work that we do. It's in the space of an hour and a half. And I invite you to book a call. I invite you to check me out because it's amazing transformational work. So from that point on, you then see yourself differently. You see things as different. You're no longer the same person. You're open to this new possibility. Oh, that club is, I can make money, that I can be like those people. Those people are no different from me. We're all just people on the planet doing the best we can, giving ourselves grace when we can. So then you listen to a recording. I make a beautiful, transformational, powerful, and personal recording that is just for you. And you listen to it for 21 days. 21 days is the amount of time it takes for the brain to learn a new thought. So you need to do your part of the program as I do my part of the program. And then even after a week, you start to see some differences. You start to see changes in your behavior, changes in your thinking, changes in your life. And you begin to see the beginnings of a transformation. Sometimes it happens really quickly, like overnight. Sometimes it happens in maybe 3-4 weeks. And for other people, it takes a significant amount of time, but it does happen. The transformation does happen as long as we come together and do some work. And then I give you your personal and powerful transformational recording that you listen to for 21 days. So do check it out. You're the only one who can help. You're the only one who can do the work. Thanks so much for listening, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.